Hi guys. I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I'm doing one. I was flipping around, watching the news and whatnot, and actually about to get off to bed pretty soon. But anyway, I wanted to say something. So there's this one of those ministries online, and this one person is a man, has 37,000 views or something like that. And I didn't even look at how many followers. Well, anyway, I'm not jealous. I just want to say something. Okay, first of all, he starts off talking about how he's accountable and he has accountability and he's deleted videos because he's been called on by people he's accountable for. That's fine. But the thing is he tries to make himself look like, well, I have accountability, so you can listen to me. Well, maybe, but then things he started to say show it's just not so. What they do is they a lot of people, not just say him, right? There's others on there, but there are I don't remember the word for it, but anyway, gatherings for people on YouTube. And of course, there's other ways that they learn this. But they learn to speak in a certain tone of voice that's very comforting. And it's an emotional tone to call on people's emotions, to pull you in, to make you feel comfortable. Make you feel safe and lull you in. And they may use music for the same thing. I'm not against music because music can be used for good, but I'm just saying, remember how Satan, right, when he was Lucifer, the most beautiful angel, which by the way, he still appears that way, he was also the most beautiful musically. So he knows how to play music also to call on the emotions. And this guy, it's just so upsetting how even Christians are getting lulled to sleep by these people. They learn how to use their voice in such a lulling way. The music they use can lull you spiritually to sleep. They pull you in. They make you feel safe and secure. They make you feel cozy, and it just touches your emotions and it gets you listening. Okay? But you gotta listen. Use your brain or just turn them off because they're always gonna say something that's not true. That's why I started my channel. You know who I'm accountable to? Anybody who's listening to me and to God and the Holy Spirit and to my own conscience. I'm not going to say I'm accountable, so don't worry about me. I've got my accountability. No, you guys are my accountability. And no, I don't call myself a prophet. He practically called himself a prophet because he's accountable to others. It's just crazy. But anyway, this is what he said. So be careful of this. First of all, pre, mid, or post-trib, those are theories. All right? Those are theories and nobody knows for sure, but I'll tell you one thing that I am sure of. But I can't tell you at what point, nor will I ever attempt to tell you exactly at what point. But we have to remember Noah and the ark. God got Noah and his family out of there before God sent his storm. And Sodom and Gomorrah, God pulled Lot out of there. He sent angels to pull Lot and his family out of there before God threw his storm down. Right? Of course, never look back. But anyway, so that's what I want to say. And this guy was saying that the 5 signs. He was trying to talk about the 5 signs of Jesus' coming, and we're not there yet, and we won't be there, and we won't be there, and we won't be there. And then God will throw, he was talking about the birth pangs, and everything he said was true up to a point, his last point. where he was saying that we will go through all this tribulation, and that will be the last sign when we see the blood moon, and when we see everything go dark, and all this tempest comes, I guess, whatever's. Well, no, I'm sorry, but he was wrong on that. See, we will see wars. There will be wars, and there will be rumors of wars. That's always happened. Everything he said is true, all except for the fact that then he said that then there'll be a blood moon and everything will go dark and blah, 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 blah. Those things will happen. But if you are a true believer now, and if you listen to my other videos, you read your Bible for yourself, read the book of John, especially John chapter 3 all the way through, then if you do everything the way you're supposed to do your part in believing in Jesus and acting on your faith and all that stuff, then yeah, if you are still alive at that time, I hope you will be, then God will take you out. What he's going to do with us, I don't know. Remember Exodus? And what did God do? And even with Noah. Noah gave people warning after warning after warning. They had 100 years between the time that Noah had his children and he was told to the time that the ark was built and the waters came. 100 years those people had. And the Bible says, I'm going to go over that with you guys later. I was going to do a Bible study thing, but, just read a little bit, but it's late. So I do plan on getting into that, and my part 2 just might be mixed together. But anyway, he was saying that God said that he's pretty much fed up with the way people are acting. And, people are so sinful and violent. And so he said, you'll give them 120 years, and I always took that to mean human beings from that point on will only be allowed to live up to 120 years. And I'm pretty sure that's what it means, because when he talked to Noah to tell Noah, when Noah had his children, he was 500. When the rains came, he was 600. So I don't know. But in any case, there was 100 years. And with Lot, well, I don't know about warnings. But there were warnings in Exodus, with all the plagues and everything, there were warnings. And that was to call on people and to show his might. And that's what God's still going to do, just like, with Ukraine and Russia. Whatever happens, but God does show his might in things, We're going to see, all sorts of things, just like we've always seen through all our lives up until now. We've seen wars, we've seen sadness, 9/11 in the towers, and not just that, other things. There's sadness, there's things. But what God is saying is he takes you out before he throws down his storm. Noah, it was his storm that God saved him from with the ark. Sodom and Gomorrah, it was his storm that he saved him from. Exodus, that was God's might with warnings, and God pulled them out. And then after he pulled them out, well, then we know that they were followed, and then the soldiers, they were washed away with the flood, not a flood, but the waters engulfed them. So anyway, watch out for people. Watch out for these, and God says, narrow is the path that leads to righteousness, and few are they that go by it. And you know what else he says? He says that you can win the whole world and lose your soul. And when somebody's got a following, bigger than 37,000, I think it was 37,000 likes or something. But in any case, it was a lot. And so that kind of makes you wonder, because he's really, and what the trick was? What his trick was? Why he did that? Okay, I don't want to judge him, but, there's so much sneakiness out there. And what came to my mind was, even if he's not intending to do this, this is what happens. You know what happens? Because he's telling them, but don't worry, we're not there yet. There's going to be a lot more. We're not going to be there yet until there's a blood moon and everything goes dark, and then we're there. And then you have to make it through. And no. And anyway, you know what that does? It does the same thing that the other people on the other end, the other spectrum, are saying, he's coming right now. He's coming now. Don't you see the war? He's going to come this April, or he's going to come so soon. Well, both those spectrums. One, people will lose faith in God because they're like, well, he didn't come in, this war with Ukraine and Russia. Passover came. Passover went. For you, there's you guys who call it Easter. Easter is actually a separate thing. But in any case, March, it came, it went, right? Or April, whatever. Sorry, April. But anyway, April came and it went. Oh, the summer came and it went. They keep telling him, oh, he's coming so soon. We can see it now. Those kind of people eventually will or may lose their faith. The people, this guy that I'm talking about tonight is like, we're starting seeing this war, but there's going to be earthquake after earthquake with hardly any break in between. Then there's going to be the blood moon and everything's going to go dark. So don't worry, we're okay right now. He's not coming yet. Well, that kind of telling is going to make people be like, oh, well, we got a while. Let's relax. We got a while, so, we'll be all right. And then before you know it, they're not really at the ready either. We're always supposed to be at the ready because what did I tell you guys? Tomorrow is not promised. So whether Yeshua Jesus comes back, March, April, this year, and within this 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 20 years, tomorrow's not promised. And we all know that. So our Jesus coming back could be when we go. And then when we wake up and, that's that. Or it could be actually him coming back. But remember, he also said he's going to take us like a thief in the night. If he's taking us as a thief in the night, then it's not going to be all of us seeing him when he comes in the sky. It's so frustrating because there is confusion. And I am not the ultimate authority. But if Jesus says he's coming like a thief in the night, then guess what? This thing of saying, well, his second coming is when he comes in the sky and everybody's going to see him, don't match up. Because not everybody sees a thief coming in the night. That's when he comes after he's already taken his people out. That's when he comes after he's thrown his storm. That's all I'm saying. Be careful because that's why I say we need to get back to basics. That's why I started my channel. And I know my channel stays little. My channel stays tiny because, I just want to do just back to the basics and try to, help people Bible study with people who really believe, and they pretty much already know lots of stuff anyway, but it's kind of nice to have, that camaraderie, to have someone who believes like you. That's one. Two, for people who haven't really studied and they really need to help with the study. Three, for people who really it's hard to have time, but watching a video can be helpful, or playing it while you're driving, or playing it while you're cooking, or playing it while you're breastfeeding, like I used to be a breastfeeder. Things like that. For people like that, or for people who are searching, and hopefully maybe they'll find my channel and not one of those emotional types that pull on their emotions, and those ones are the ones that can cause a sheep to go astray. It's what they do. It's very subtle. They're very sneaky. They're snakes. Anyway, that really got to me tonight. And I'm like, I'm going to do a quick little video, a little chat. So yeah, it's just unbelievable. But they go to these conferences, these YouTube conferences, or they go to other conferences for missionary stuff, and they teach them how to talk with an emotional tone to pull people in. I'm not a fake. I'm going to talk like I talk. I'm going to be me with you guys. With anybody who watches me, I'm going to be me. I'm not going to try to lull you in. Either you want to listen or you don't. It's your choice. I'm not going to try to pull you in to try to lie to you, though. I'm not here to lie to people and lead them astray. But just me saying that isn't enough, like they do. You still have to, hear me and, tell me if you believe differently, or don't tell me if you don't, with whichever one, you know. But at least I'm not here to purposefully lead people astray, you know, or to just be overly emotional on. I just don't know what's wrong with these people. Are they doing this on purpose? I'm sure some of them are, a lot of them. And some of them, it's just that they just don't believe right. But anyway, I just disagree completely. And it's just frustrating because that's how people lose their faith. Or that's why people call them crazies and just say, forget it, Christianity is crazy. They're just crazies. You know, we gotta be real. And you know, I don't ask for money on my channel. No reason why. I don't have a lot of viewers. But I doubt that I'll ever do that, you know. And if I did, it would be like maybe to help me pay my bill, or to get a, you know, something I couldn't afford maybe for the channel. But I don't ever plan on making money on this. I do this because that's what I feel like I should do. I don't know. I do it just because. I do it for you and I do it for me. And that's it. Anyway, I'm not against people asking for money to afford, you know, because they have like a big, their channel is like the news, you know. They just have so much, they have a lot of setup for, you know, and I just use my phone and that's it. You know, I've thought about getting a little microphone to help with the voice so you guys can hear me better. But other than that, you know, I keep it simple because, you know, and I'm not doing this to belittle Miss Popular either, but I do wish that some of my videos would get out there to, you know, to get these people to listen, but they're not going to listen because what they want is emotion. You know, they want to have that emotion satisfied, or they want to be entertained, you know. And it's just, we need to be back to basics. We just need to know what it says, and that's that. That's it. Wow, I'm done ranting. And now I guess I'll get myself ready to get off to bed. So good night, everybody, unless you watch this some other time. But for me, it's night right now. So anyway, well, thanks for listening to me rant, everybody. And yeah, pray for my channel. You know, pray that God uses the videos. Anyway, so everybody stay safe out there. Stay well fed. Stay happy. Go to a park. Go outside. Do something, you know, do something away from the news. You know, like I told you guys, watch it because God says, you know, we are supposed to watch for the signs of his coming. We're supposed to pay attention to what's going on, but don't let it overwhelm you too much at the same time. You know, go do something you like to do. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for listening, everybody. Thank you for listening to me rant tonight, but it's just, man, that just really got to me. Anyway, so I was like, you know, I'm going to tell you guys about it, so here I am. Well, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for listening, and thanks for your comments and stuff, you know. It's nice to know at least you guys are, some of you guys are, you know, getting something out of it, or some of you guys are enjoying it, or some of you guys are listening to it, so that's cool. Share the videos if you feel like you can share them, and otherwise give me a like if you liked it, and comment if you want, or just give me a little emoji to let me know you're out there and you're listening. So anyway, thank you. Bye-bye.